Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kyle Clark.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. The town of Erie is no longer flying Pride and Juneteenth flags after a recent town council vote.
9 News reporter Colton Chavez is up there in Erie for us. And Colton, private citizens can fly whatever flags they want, but the town won't fly those flags anymore on its property.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Kyle. And there are 6 locations where these municipality-owned poles, that's where they're saying they can no longer go. Now, that decision was made at a meeting at the end of last month. I watched that meeting. It was a heated discussion, and in the end, it was decided by a single vote. A symbol to represent unity has created a divide among Erie Town Council members. During a late August meeting, they voted to stop flying both the Pride and Juneteenth flags on the town's flagpoles. Those opposed said it paints the town in a bad light.
Never again allowing the Pride flag to fly on municipal flagpoles rolls back precedents and shifts the town of Erie in a dangerous direction, echoing a concerning discriminatory narrative playing out in real time in this country right now.
The Pride flag matters. It tells our residents that they matter. It tells our neighboring communities what Erie stands for.
There are 6 town-owned flagpoles in total, including locations at Town Hall, the police station, and the cemetery. The council members who pushed this vote through said flying these flags shows favoritism to certain groups.
By flying the Pride flag above the entire cemetery, then we made it an issue where we are taking sides, which goes back to the heart of this issue.
If you look at one group at a higher level than another group, you're actually creating inequity.
Now, the town of Erie will only fly the U.S., Colorado, Town of Erie, and the prisoner of war / missing in action flags. Now, after the vote, Council Member Bear actually walked out of the room, saying that she felt like her voice was not important. Live in Erie tonight, Colton Chavez, 9 News.
Denver Public Schools is currently in a standoff with the feds as they refuse to convert 2 all-gender bathrooms as the Trump administration has demanded of the district. The U.S. Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights claims the district violated federal anti-discrimination laws when it changed a girls' restroom at East High School to a gender-neutral bathroom. DPS also converted a boys' bathroom to one that anybody can use. They argued that it can't be discriminatory because they ended up with the same number of facilities specific to each gender at East. Today was the Fed's deadline for DPS to comply with the Trump administration's demands. The district says it should have 90 days to come up with an agreement with the Department of Education.
We were greeted with sunny skies and warm temps to kick off your work week. Those nice conditions are expected to hang around for most of the week before changes arrive heading into next weekend. Let's check in with Jaden Knowles, hanging out with us late here on this Monday. Hey, Jaden.
Hey, how you guys doing? And good evening to everyone out there as well. We are talking about those warm temperatures really continuing the next couple of days, although we did see some isolated showers, mainly towards the high country and the foothills. Looking outside right now, temperatures are nice and comfortable. We're talking about the upper 60s as well as the low 70s, and we're going to continue to decrease in temperature as we head into the overnight hours. Current temperatures across the entire state, noticing the low 60s for the eastern plains, 50s and 60s in the high country, then also the upper 70s towards the western slope. Highs across the state today, very nice and warm. As I mentioned, 86 today officially at Denver, 90 degrees in Greeley, and then also 81 over towards the high country in Eagle. Live radar, we are tracking those isolated showers, mainly staying south and west of us. We're not seeing much here in the metro area, but overall tonight we're going to see nice and comfortable conditions. 57, I'll talk more about what to expect in my full forecast.
Lone Tree Police asking for your help tonight as they investigate a woman's killing. They were responding to a call for a welfare check when they found a woman's body Thursday in an apartment on Park Meadows Drive. They identified that woman today as 57-year-old Kathleen Mayo. Police told us the woman drove part-time for Uber and Lyft. We asked if there was any indication that her work was maybe related to her death. They wouldn't tell us. If you have any information about her death, you are asked to call police.
Today, the Colorado Supreme Court upheld the disbarment of former District Attorney Linda Stanley. According to our partners at Colorado Politics, it was a 4-2 vote. Supreme Court decided that the Republican former DA was correctly barred from practicing law as a result of her inappropriate comments to the media and her improper attempt to remove a judge from the Barry Morphew murder case. Voters in Fremont, Custer, and Chaffee Park counties elected Stanley in 2020. She served one term. The The Supreme Court concluded that Stanley's leadership of the prosecution team was not misconduct, but that she should be sanctioned by being disbarred. Last September, a 3-member disciplinary panel found that Stanley had committed multiple conduct violations and that the appropriate penalty was disbarment rather than suspension.
9 News Investigates has learned a sheriff's deputy in Denver has been on leave for the past 2 months while he is under investigation for sexual assault. A former inmate claimed the deputy sexually assaulted a woman in the parking lot of a hotel near the city's jail on Smith Road. We're not naming the deputy because he hasn't been officially charged. The former inmate told police the deputy forced himself on her in a vehicle she described as a police unit. Police began investigating the claim on July 5th. The next day, the sheriff put the deputy on paid leave. The deputy remains on paid leave tonight pending the results of the investigation. The sheriff's department would not say if the car involved belongs to the department.
Advocates say mass deportations are reshaping workplaces in Colorado. The nonprofit Centro de los Trabajadores has ensured worker protections in North Denver for years. Now they say they're seeing something new. The group's executive director says employers have been threatening to turn their employees over to ICE if they report mistreatment or workplace abuse, like wage theft.
We do see a new atmosphere where there is fear to speak up if they take your wages away, if they don't pay you, because people are scared to speak up.
Just recently, they say they saw a case like that play out, resulting in deportation. Under Colorado law, that type of retaliation is illegal. Democratic Attorney General Phil Weiser told us that workers should not be afraid to report issues with their employers.
We're prepared to take action, and we want people to let us know if they're hearing about these threats or these actual retaliatory steps, because they're illegal and they're wrong.
Centro says they're not only hearing this from undocumented workers, but also others who do have legal status here.